Ah, Nutty Fisher. The 31st of December 25, my last chance to catch a fish this year. I'm not where I wanted to be. I originally drove to the first lake I fished since I was a kid. My fishing journey started this year, so it'd have been nice to finish off at the place where I first went and cast again. Turned up, probably 9 vans in the car park. It's just over an acre sized and there's 15 pegs, so I didn't want to fish there. I've gone a bit further down the road and I've come to a commercial, and virtually every lake's frozen over. So I've managed to find myself a nice little area that isn't frozen. And I am going to try fish this bit, see what we can get. But while my pellets soak, just thought I'd have a chat. So where we are today is actually probably where I've had one of the best days fishing all year, if we're to go on numbers. Just over 33 fish I think it was in a day, which for a very novice like me was a good day. Decent stamp of fish, nothing overly massive carp wise, possibly a couple of roach. But while I talk about these places that I've been, I'm going to try and see what photos I've got. I don't tend to weigh fish, I tend to take pictures of them. So although I don't have footage, I should be able to link something together as a bit of a montage of what I've managed to catch this year. Along with this place is the lake I turned up to this morning. There is also my local pond, possibly some fish that I've caught from the river, and then maybe some pike and some perch and some things that I've had from the canals and from my clear water place. So probably got about another 15 minutes for my pellets to soak, I think, until they're usable. I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to go feeder or float. I don't want to sound like I know I'm on about. It's the first time I've ever turned up to a lake and there's been fucking ice on top of it. Apologies for the swearing there, but it's not what I was expecting. I've got visions of a nice fish. I brought my camera again, so I guarantee I don't catch for the next 3-4 hours. It is midday already. I was hoping that it had warmed up. The sun is beaming, which is nice, but it just doesn't seem to be clearing the ice off some of these lakes. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Here's some photos from my first commercial. Like I say, first day, came with a friend, absolutely amazing. First time trying pellets, first time trying bomb, first time trying a method feeder since I was a kid. They've totally changed. Yeah, generally all around good day, good weather, big lake, decent sized fish, some good experiences as well. Right, so hopefully my pellets should be about ready. I'm going to make a decision on how I'm going to fish and then we'll get back to it. Right, so I've gone for smallest method feeder I've got with a tiny little fluoro micro wafter, basic pellets, a little bit of additive, so they're nice and soft. I've gone for a micro because, like I say, I'm here to catch fish, at least try and catch one for the end of the year, not after anything big. So we'll just see how this goes. and jump onto some of the fish I managed to catch in the canal. These are some of the first fish I caught this year. First got my first spinning rod back in March. Spent quite a bit of time on the canals, ultralight jigging, trying to catch perch, little pike. Wasn't too bad, but I had some fish. Okay, so that ain't gonna work. Got a lot of glare on the water. Kinda wish I'd got an orange tip. Struggling to see the end. And I know the bites are going to be sensitive today. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So I've got quite a slack tip, a little bit of tension in the line. Try and get it down so I can spook the fish, but I'm only about 2 rod lengths out. I'm getting some little nibbles. So if any of you do watch my videos, you'd like to show me what you've been up to through the year, feel free to put some pictures or comment. It'd be nice to see what other people are doing. Again, if you've got any tips, any of the locations I go to, any of the types or styles of fishing that I do, please feel free to give positive encouragement, let's call it that. No negativity, please. I don't deal well with it. My local rivers give me a couple of little trout as well this year. 2, 3 maybe. See what photos I've got of them, but they'll be a quick reel. Just in case anyone is interested in what I'm using, this is a 9-foot Guru A-class method feeder. Relatively cheap, really good rod, very good through action, sensitive tips, perfect for these small areas. I've got that paired up with the A-class 3000 reel, and I think I'm actually running 8-pound line on this Guru Engage Pro line. It's worth a bit more. I've not really had any issues with it. It seems relatively strong, decent line. And then I've just got a 4-inch Guru QMC1 hook link in a size 12, like I say, with a micro fluoro wafter on there. See if it does bits. If not, we get to chill out away from home. But there's definitely something around my bait. I'm getting little bits of knocks on the line. Don't think they're very big, but we'll see if it matures. A rather large liner there. Really struggling to see the end of this rod. Too early, but I know there's something down there, so bait up. Carry on. Not gonna lie, heart's going 10 to the dozen. Hands are shaking, and it's not just because it's cold. Really do want to catch a fish today. Really do want to catch a fish today. Last one of the year. Don't even care if it's goujon. Also push this cast a little bit further out. The ice has moved out about a foot, and I don't know whether I've done the right thing, because I've gone further than my last pile of bait. But with the weather, probably not the best to keep casting. It's freezing cold. I think if I scare the fish off, they're going to take the time to come back, so I'm going to leave it a little bit. I'm going to try not to recast for as long as possible. Zen Guru form, stay patient. Slightly other note, anyone else lose their mind when they're on the bank and nothing's happening? Start chatting all sorts of waffle to yourself. Or in this case, put a camera up, speak to you instead. No, in all seriousness, it helps. It helps a person whose mind's always active. Just to be near water itself is calming. Then you add a point to focus on and an end goal that you have no control over. For a neurodivergent, actually can be quite calming. I encourage it to anybody who feels stressed, worn out, tired with life. It doesn't cost a fortune to get into. Most places have a local commercial near them. Even if you just go on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, buy yourself something cheap. Essentially, you need a small amount of knowledge, a small amount of gear, and you can go and do something calming. Been small, just tried to steal it. Got a feeling that it was only big enough to get the actual wafter in its mouth. Small tug and I'll let go. Hopefully it's reset okay. Something else picks it up. Got the heart pumping again now. Should warm the old hands up for 5 minutes. The only other thing as well, when it is cold, my ninja reactions are a bit slower as I have to unsheath my weapon first. Yeah, practice it. But again, it's nice to know there's something near my bait, even if it is just playing with me. I must admit, I'm not 100% happy or confident in my setup. That micro ideally wants to be on something like a size 16. I just don't have any with me. And if I do, I'm definitely not tying any up in this weather. All my pre-tides are from the summer. And the only ones I've got with a decent-ish small hook on, I've got a twisted boom section on for running with a bomb. So don't think they're going to work very well on a method feeder. Not going to give me the presentation I want. So just going to have to stick with these size 12s, see if it actually produces anything. Probably going to give it another 5 minutes. I'm starting to get hungry, remembering that I didn't have any breakfast, so I best go and get something to eat. Sun's also a bit further up, so I'm going to have a look, see if there's anywhere else available further down the lake, and maybe have a little bit of a walk around, see if anybody's caught anything. So I'm fishing off in that direction at the minute. I've probably got about 14 foot to the ice. And as when I turned the camera around to show you earlier, in this right hand side, this corner is all free, and the sun seems to be hitting it now. So I might, after I've had something to eat, leave this little area 45 minutes or something and have a couple of casts over there, see if I can find anything. We'll be slow going today, leaving the feeder in for a while. I'm not attempting to massively bait up because it's cold. It's probably a couple of casts per swim before I try somewhere else. Give it a bit of a rest and then go back to it. We got something a little nibbling around. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Might not look like it. This is the actual thrill of fishing. Sat here, staring at the end of a rod. My heart is going 10 to dozen because I keep getting little taps. It's going to be the first fish in a couple of weeks if I catch one. Dead excited. We do have to remember, guys, it's called fishing, not catching. Although sometimes I want to go catching, not fishing. What's cold? That's why I'm sat here as well. Through the bushes I can see the entrance and exit route into this complex. And now I drove around all 9 lakes before I found this one. And this one's very tucked out the way, it's small, probably half an acre. I'm the only one on this one. But back to the point, I've seen 3 vehicles leave since I've been sat here, since I started talking to you. So I'm guessing fishing all around isn't going well. Or people have got better things to be doing. It's New Year's Eve. What's better than this? Struggling to keep track of time as well because I spent all my money on fishing gear. Didn't have much left to buy anything to actually film with, so I'm using my phone. I don't wear a watch. So, gone Roman. And I'm guessing by the angle of the shadows through the trees, somewhere around 11:30, maybe nearly 12. how long this cast's been in for. So I'm going to memorise 5 minutes. I also now can't see the end of my rod because I just stared at the sun. Can't even speak, stared at the sun, see what time it was. For about 5 more minutes, I think I'm going to pull this one in and get something to eat. And carry on. Oh yeah, here's a pike I caught. Here, I think you might find this. It's probably my first double, and it's the first fish of the day. Bon voyage. Time for some food. This is a very special catch. This is my biggest perch to date. Believe it or not, it was caught by accident. What I was trying to do is just have a couple of casts with my girlfriend's new rod just to see how it all played out, see if it was nice. First cast, a foot from the bank, and this monster just jumped up and snagged the lure. Picture of my friend holding it. At that point, I don't think I'd held a fish since probably about 12. And I don't know if I've mentioned already, but I am autistic. One of the things I have issues with is the fear of killing things, so I don't like to touch animals. But this sport is something that's helped me change that. You'll notice now I don't tend to have many issues. Some days I do. Don't know why, I just go a bit weird and I can't touch them, but 9 times out of 10 now, I'm free and fine to hold fish. Especially when I know it matters and it's the safety of the fish that I'm looking out for. But anyway, on this occasion, he held this nice perch for me. While you can see the end of my rod, it's always important to keep this little bit of a bend whenever you're resetting, baiting up. Helps you stop getting tangles around the end of the tip of the rod, keeping a little bit of a tight line all the time. A little bit of a tip there for you. Oh, it's cold. Can't feel my fingers. Oh, see what happens there. Hands back in the hand warmers. I haven't pushed all the way out to the ice. I've probably gone halfway, round about where my first cast was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, not the best fish for some people, but I'm expecting silvers on a day like today. Enough the hooks come out in the net. These are not the easiest things to hold on the best of days, let alone when it's freezing cold and they are slimy, but that is a beautiful little bream. Not the biggest or the best fish of the year, but most definitely, possibly the last. And what I didn't do was keep tension in the end of my line. So, all tangled up. Can be fixed quite simply. We'll get back out, see if we can get another one. But I know my net's way too big. Well, Wasn't that exciting? I caught a little fishy for you. I mean, bream's not the best at most times to most anglers. For me, it is a fish, and I'm fishing. So it's a fish on the roster. Significantly, it's the first fish I caught on YouTube as well. So, up the bream anglers. Yeah, hopefully we see if we can get some more today. If not, I'm not really bothered. I just really wanted to manage to catch a fish on here. Professional. But we'll see if we get any more. It'd be nice to get a nice wobbly carp, but if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. We do have some other size wafters with me, so if I don't get anything from here in the next 20 minutes, with the ice going, I might push out a little bit further and I might swap to like a 6mm Scopex or something like that. They've been doing well for me in the cold weather. At least on the lake I was going to go to today. I was there the other week. I'll put some pictures in. I got a really nice fish, especially for that lake anyway, a nice common of a decent size. Again, didn't have any scales, so I didn't weigh it, but I do have a picture of me and I am holding it. So I'll try and add that in there somewhere as part of the montage of the fish I've caught this year. It was a special day. I try and have some days where I just go fishing with my dad. He's had a bit of a rough year health-wise. I got him back into fishing. It didn't take long after I started before he was checking what stuff he'd got left in the shed and things like that. So I treated him to his licence for the local angling waters, and we've been trying to get out as often as we can. How rude. So yeah, I've been trying to get out with him as often as I can. It's getting colder now. He's not doing the best in the cold weather, but we do still try and get out. And we went to that lake probably 3-4 weeks ago. I think I had 6 fish. Really good cold weather. They're all huddled. X-ray specs could see them in the water. So we just picked them out, cast into them, and I managed to bag some decent fish. It would be nice to get a carp though, just to show you I can catch something bigger than a bream. It's not even a bream. Is it even allowed to be called a skimmer? One thing I do notice though, once I have caught a fish, my patience disappears. Like I expect one then every 5 minutes. Put my water in, all the fish are there just waiting for my bait. Not how it goes though. Twitchy. Tell you what, that Roman clock's really moving, making it difficult to see. I'm going to give them quite a bit of slack. Just to try and get that line to sink around that feeder. I don't want it spooking anything with it being cold. See if it makes a difference. Back in the hand warmers now, the bream slime's gone. That Roman clock really is moving now. Starting to get on in the little session and time that I've got, so I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be here. Did have a little twitch a minute ago, but I'm not seeing much activity now. I don't know if they've all gone down the other end of the lake where the sun's on it or what. We'll bring you here in the summer though. It starts getting a bit better. One of the match lakes on here gets regular to the high 200-pound mark in matches. Quite a few good lakes here, to be fair. I think the biggest they've got is 34 pound on the main lake, various 18 to 20s in a couple of the other lakes. The lake I'm fishing on at the minute has some leather carp in, as well as various golden orf, golden tench. But yeah, I'll bring you back and we'll see what we can catch. When the weather's decent and the fish are fighting, it can be a really good day. Something to look forward to. I'm tempted to move it, but at the same time I'm not. I do keep getting some little knot. I'm tempted to punch one out quite a bit further, just to see if we can tempt anything out there. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I'm gonna. See if that brings us any nibbles. That's out close towards the middle where the deeper bits of water are, so we will see. Didn't manage to get it to land on a tight line, it was quite a bit of a lob. I'm hoping my presentation's okay. Should be. Alright, so it's about 20 past 2. I'm going to pull this in and have one more cast, and then I think that'll be it for the year. Can't feel my toes, don't want to get frostbite. Not massively loads of biting, but it's winter fishing. And I'm guessing this is what it's like. One more cast. I might even put a 6mm Scopex on. Don't know whether it's going to make the difference. Normally they say go smaller, get bites. How many casts have I done? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, skimmer. 5, back to where I got the skimmer. 6 over there. So this is going to be my 7th cast of the day. In what's possibly 2.5, 3 hours. So I guess my timings aren't too bad for not wanting to cast too often. We will see. Got a feeling that might have been quite short. I'll let that marinate for 5 minutes and then possibly give it 10. Got about 20 minutes left on that Roman clock and I won't be able to see nothing. Right, so 1 fish today, that's it, but I've done what I set out to do. I wanted to catch a fish on camera and I managed to do it on the last day of the year to show you lot. Nice little skimmer, nothing to brag about. Most people would probably volley it over the other side of the pond. I'm not a carp angler, I'm a fisher. I'm a multi-species angler. I hope to show you that more in the next year and I get out to better places. But I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to end it here. Happy New Year, everybody. All the best. Nutty Fisher, out.